Beauty and the Beast and Power Rangers both have had headlines talking about how they have the first openly gay Disney character and superhero that has ever existed.
Amazing if true.
Amazing if true.
You brought me down the rabbit hole in this, that we start with headline, openly gay character, read the article and it's questioning, and then see the movie and it's nothing. So LeFou, the character, is played very gaily, and that's the problematic movie stereotype language. This is if someone had a gun to your head and it was the 90s and they were like, act gay, you would know what that meant in the vocabulary of movies, not how...
He's really effeminate. He speaks
very,
French.
very
He's
effeminate.
the only one to speak French, even though the movie takes place in France.
He just like stopped short of the finger snap.
Yes,
just barely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, holds a man in a dance, and they look at each other like, there might be something here that wasn't there before, and that's it.
At that point, I was like briefly, my brain checked, oh yeah, he's dancing with a guy. That could either be a development in his character or just another joke about how he's gay. Because
Right.
earlier in the movie, Gaston says to him, how come a woman hasn't snatched you up? And he's like, I don't know, or they say I'm clingy.
He says, I'm told I'm clingy. He
There you
doesn't
go.
say, oh Gaston, it would be a boy who snatches me up because as you know, I'm openly gay because
Right.
we're
Because
friends
I'm
and
the
there's
first
nothing wrong
openly-
with it and you don't have a
Yeah.
problem with it.
Gaston, you forget I'm the first openly gay Disney character.
Right.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
there was a lot of press about this.
But also like that dance that lasted like 2 seconds
Yeah.
was an accident. Like they didn't give him any agency of just like, hey, maybe I'll dance with another man
Right.
because I like men. It was like, oh, well, I'll just, I guess, go along with this because secretly I like it. That's not openly gay.
There's another problem with it. The guy that he ends up dancing with, he was one of the villagers attacking the castle, and a wardrobe attacked 3 men by dressing them all up as women, and 2 of them are like, "Boo!" and they run away, and this guy was like, nice job.
Because as we
Because
all
the
know,
movie
yeah.
conflates men who like to dress up as women with gay men. Those are
Yeah.
the same things in Disney's logic.
Or that you can become gay by a magic wardrobe dressing you.
As
Which
well,
that might be true. The magic thing, I don't know.
We don't know
I don't know
for
how
sure.
magic works. The other example, obviously, is Power Rangers, which did the exact same thing the Beauty and the Beast stories did, which is the headline is Power Rangers, openly gay character. You go and you read it, and it's a producer in this case, I think, saying, yeah, one of the characters, Trini, is questioning. She hasn't quite figured things out yet, which is an accurate description. In Power Rangers, I thought it was a pretty good handling of the subject. Like, all the Power Rangers are having difficulty with their parents, and Trini's issue is partly that she is, in her words, figuring herself out or doesn't know what's going on with her, and that's causing friction between her and her parents.
Decidedly not an openly gay moment.
No.
An important
yeah.
thing to have in a movie that is aimed at teenagers. Many of them probably exactly like her is like, I don't know what I want right now, and my parents aren't helping me figure that out. That speaks to a lot of people, and you can put that in your headline about your progressive Power Rangers movie, but you can't say here's this openly gay character when they literally don't know what their situation is.
Right, you can't be openly gay if you don't know that you're gay. They don't have an openly gay character, they do have an openly autistic character that is a well-executed part of his character, and it's like a positive portrayal of someone on the spectrum.
He's certainly the heart of the film as well, and not in a way that like, I liked a lot of the Spectrum stuff they did with Abed on Community, but he's sort of evolved into like a messianic figure on that show. Like this character is different and they're like perfect because of it, which is how diversity used to be handled in a lot of old things. And this guy was the heart of the film, but not in a like, he's autistic and we want to prove how normal it is by making him like the perfect, smartest, sweetest guy that everyone loves. He was just a good, likable character who happened to be autistic.
There's a part in the movie where all the characters are going around, they're discussing their secrets to get to know one another so they can become Power Rangers. And Billy's, his thing is not that he's autistic, it's dealing with his dead father and not knowing if he's dealing with it correctly.
I think that like in general Hollywood has a problem with balancing that between like making it like this is the gay character or this is the autistic character versus like having it just completely incidental, like, oh, we say it once and it's never part of their personality at all again.
Yeah, I feel like the people doing it wrong aren't necessarily the filmmakers and well, in Beauty and the Beast, yeah, they didn't do that well. But like for everything else, it's not like the people making the movie screwed up. It's weird. Hollywood's weird. Like, look at how okay we are with openly gay people.
Right,
We're putting
yeah.
them in everything. It's like any reference to homosexuality. It's like, we did it there too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, calm down. Like,
Yeah.
And like, to go back to Power Rangers, I do feel like the autistic character was more unique and more cool
That's newsworthy, yeah.
and more newsworthy than Trini having being a teenager who's questioning her sexual identity, like so many teenagers. Like,
You know what movie I think handled homosexuality really well, and it might surprise you? Moonlight. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Make sure you click the big C in the middle to subscribe. Click any of those other boxes of videos if you want to watch some other videos of ours. Click on that bell, otherwise YouTube won't know that you want to know when our new videos come out. And Katie's gonna read you a short poem right now.
Oh God.